Hello to my beautiful family of light. Yes, that means you. Welcome to my channel. My name is Claudia. And if you're familiar with my channel, you know that I use that as an opening on every single video that I do, because it's true. You're way more than you think you are. We are children of our Creator, Father, Mother, God, Source, Buddha, Yahweh. It's all the same energy of God that is leading us to a one-on-one relationship with Him. We have been sort of running our own lives. Those lives are based on our experiences, along with what we're taught, what we experience in terms of, being told you can or can't do that, how free we are to express ourselves, and the part of us that is our Creator often gets squashed because we're born with certain characteristics and traits embedded within our being. And we have a compass. Now, most of us weren't born with a manual we can pick up and read. The manual is within us, and it's what I call our inner guidance system, or our compass. It's the thing that will steer us in a direction that is in keeping with us learning to be expressions of our God here on earth. So what does that look like, right? Well, I just finished a series of videos. There are 25, 26 videos in that series, beginning at the end of September, in which I utilized telling you about my life, in which from 3.5 years old and running away, because I had a knowing within me that I hadn't done anything wrong. I had been abused in multiple ways, which isn't important. The significance here isn't my story. We're all going to have our own stories. You have to get behind the story, and it has to do with our responses, our reactions. And in my case, after a continuing series of events that went well into my teens, up to age 20, everything just got squished. I was not free to express myself. I wasn't free to ask any questions, because all of those answers were in keeping with the parameters, the boundaries, the corral that I've been herded into. And I always wanted to jump the fence. Well, running away at 3.5 did that for me. But so anyhow, there's a lot of circumstances in your life and in mine that are reasons for us to behave the way that we behave. However, we are children of our Creator. Even, and I'm not a Bible study person. I read the Bible, but I interpreted it as a metaphor for our application. And so it's a little different than what you may know. But Jesus said, even these things and more you can do. And so aren't we looking for that? Aren't we wondering, what is He saying? I can do, you can say to that mountain, move, and it'll go over here. And so anyhow, that's the kind of life that I have been leading, is one of questions. What happens to most of us, and what happened to me, because my freedom of expression was squashed, that in my 20s, I just went nuts, experimenting, exploding into what is this and what does that do, and it's my curious nature, and it doesn't mean I don't have fear. We should have a certain amount of fear. However, there are things to be fearful of, and there are things to not be fearful of, and the guidance system within us keeps bringing us to a place where we may be afraid to step outside our box. We may be afraid to step outside the boundaries that have been set for us that we've agreed to. We may be afraid to move beyond or even investigate why I'm afraid of something. And the videos that I did, that series, lets you see how when you come up to the fear and you're curious about why am I afraid of that the answers begin to come. It is us being brought to a place by our Creator, that knowing, that nudging within us, in that place. It's right in here. It's not up here. This interpretation of what we do is logical, linear, rational thinking, but it's based on what we've encountered. It's based on our experiences. What our source is trying to get us to do is say, there's a new experience waiting for you over here if you'll simply ask about it. So I'm here to tell you, we are being brought to the edge of the mountain. Our lives are, it's that Eckhart Tolle, you are here to allow the divine purpose of the universe to unfold. So let's get questioning about that. Let your natural curiosity, children are born curious. Children are born happy. Children are born expressive. And not everybody is going to have the same experience of that. Or even of your own children. Some are withdrawn, and some are very expressive, and some are very precocious, and some are a little mean. We all have the little flame that is within our heart. That is the God flame, and it's either not very well lit, but you can light it. You can ignite it. You can make it illuminate your entire body. You can make it cover every cell, atom, fiber, tissue, organ, bone, system, muscle, process within us. And that comes from us saying, am I happy with myself? Am I happy where I am? Am I happy with what I'm doing? Am I happy with that response I gave? And that's what happened to me in my later 20s and all throughout my 30s. I began to ask, am I happy? And if I'm not, once you ask, this is a free will planet. God gave us the ability to decide for ourselves. We also have the ability to choose. And the distinction for me is a decision is based on logical, linear, rational thinking. It comes from up here somewhere. And a choice comes from within us. Somebody says, well, why do you like that? And you don't have a reason? It's just because it feels good. Why are you wearing that color today? Because it makes me feel good. And we are designed children who are happy, expressive, creative, and just bundles of love. And so how is it that we lose that? Let's reclaim it. That's what the series of videos is about. Through my life and the experiences I had, it is growing into getting in touch with, asking the questions, and then expecting an answer. When these are unseen forces, everybody has been told you have a soul or you have a guardian angel or whatever it is that your construct is. And the truth of it is, you are a soul. You're having this experience. When this body says, I'm done here on the earth, and it goes, it does not disappear. It goes to where it came from, back to our Creator, and it's a marvelous experience. And in the meantime, we're here now to step into our fears, step up to them and question them. What am I afraid of? Why is that boundary in place? Is that something somebody said to me sometime and I have never moved beyond or past that? And when I began to do that, marvelous things begin to happen, and I share those experiences in the videos. We're here to move beyond our limiting beliefs, our structures that are holding us back or keeping us from a profoundly wonderful life. And so it's time to explore that. It's time to find out who you truly are. It is time for you to begin asking the questions, and they can't be answered unless you ask. And so my job is to encourage you to do that. My job is to be here for you so that you can. And there's a comment section below. You can ask questions. I'm happy to answer those. I will never divulge anybody's name or information, but if it's a common question that I get, I'll address it. I'll address it in a video. I have over 120 videos over the last year and a half that look towards these issues, if you want to call them issues. They're things that we bump up against. Let's stop bumping up against ourselves. Let's get into harmony and into peace within ourselves, back into happiness. Become the expressions of love, trust, truth, peace, joy, harmony. There's so many aspects of our Creator, and we're all designed to be all of those. And so go back and look for a topic that may answer a question for you, or leave a comment for me. Thank you for joining me today. I haven't decided really where I'm going to go with this. I want to do some open stuff, and so we'll see how. I don't know how to do those, so I'll do some research and see what we can come up with. In the meantime, I love you, and I love you this much. This is an energetic message to you of love, joy, peace, trust, truth, and harmony. I hope you can feel that. And they go all the way around you, all the way around this planet. Please be good stewards of each other. Be good stewards of the earth, and know that you're way more than you think you are. So until we meet again, liking and subscribing helps to get this information out there. It makes things grow exponentially. You're responsible for that, and I appreciate it when you do. So until the next time, be well, stay safe, be happy, and know that you're loved beyond your imagining. Thank you for joining me.